Laurence Olivier, the legend of acting. Laurence Olivier did not see acting merely as a profession or an artistic expression. He elevated acting to a divine level, approaching Shakespeare's works with a deep understanding of their depth and meaning. Olivier regarded acting as an art and a profession, akin to something divine, and he approached interpreting and performing these works with unwavering dedication and seriousness. This philosophy is evident in how he brought to life the complex emotions and human nature found in Shakespeare's texts. Laurence Olivier, alive in the works of Shakespeare. Laurence Olivier's legacy as an actor is inseparable from the works of Shakespeare. He didn't merely perform these iconic plays. He breathed new life into them, bringing Shakespeare's complex characters and their profound emotions to the stage and screen with unmatched intensity. For Olivier, Shakespeare was not just a playwright, but a doorway to explore the depths of human nature. His portrayal of characters like Hamlet, Richard III, and Othello became the gold standard for interpreting Shakespeare, blending passion, intellect, and vulnerability in every performance. In the hands of Olivier, the bard's words were not only spoken, they were experienced, felt, and lived. Hamlet. To be or not to be, that is the question. In Hamlet, the character portrayed by Olivier represents the deep anguish and confusion of human existence. This famous soliloquy reveals Hamlet's inner conflict, depicting his complex psyche as he contemplates life, death, and the meaning of existence. Olivier's interpretation of this speech goes beyond the simple choice of to be or not to be. He amplifies the uncertainty and suffering inherent in human existence. His profound, reflective performance brought to life Shakespeare's portrayal of the imperfection and solitude of humanity. Through this soliloquy, Olivier emphasized that Hamlet's agony is not just personal, but a universal pain of human existence.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles.
Richard III. Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by this son of York. In Richard III, the character portrayed by Olivier is a ruthless and merciless figure driven by the ambition for power. This opening line marks a moment where Richard makes a cold, calculated decision to pursue his claim to the throne. Olivier's performance emphasizes Richard's cunning and evil nature, and in the line, "Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York," Richard's desperation for the crown becomes evident. Olivier also highlights Richard's seductive and, at times, charismatic qualities, portraying him as a complex character rather than just a villain. This line foreshadows the price Richard will pay for his ambition and the inner conflict that leads to his tragic downfall, serving as a warning message that sets the tone for his eventual demise.
Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by this son of York. And all the clouds that lowered upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean. Buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarums changed.
I don't think there's anything better than a workman. This simple statement encapsulates Olivier's philosophy of acting and his approach to art. He did not see acting merely as an artistic expression, but rather as a professional task. By defining acting as work, he regarded it as a serious and diligent pursuit. For him, acting was not just about talent. It required rigorous technique and unwavering dedication. The term workman highlights how much Olivier valued acting as a profession. When interpreting and performing Shakespeare's works, he dedicated countless hours and efforts to perfectly embody them. To him, Shakespeare was not just a great playwright, but an artist who provided profound insights into human nature through work. Olivier brought Shakespeare's characters to life, channeling all his passion into understanding and conveying their depth. As we can see from this quote, acting for Olivier was never about natural talent or instinct. Rather, it was the result of constant learning and effort, emphasizing that acting is a job and work in its truest sense. This philosophy is significant because, as a brilliant actor, Olivier elevated acting as an art form, especially when tackling great works like those of Shakespeare, turning it into a noble profession. Olivier's philosophy shows that acting is not just a task to perform, but a process of understanding the depth of art, refining the craft, and finding profound meaning in the process itself. As a workman, he believed that acting was, in essence, an artistic profession requiring constant effort. Olivier and Vivien Leigh's conversation. Another interesting anecdote is related to the relationship between Laurence Olivier and Vivien Leigh. The two worked together for a long time and fell in love, acting together in several films. The first film they worked on together was that Hamilton woman, and a famous episode occurred during the filming. In the movie, Vivien Leigh played a very strict and strong woman. One day, Olivier said to her, "Vivien, try to be a bit softer in your performance. You're too strong." Vivien Leigh replied, "If I need to be softer while acting with you, then it's not me who needs to change, it's you who needs to be stronger." This exchange highlights the strong personalities and chemistry between the two actors, offering a glimpse not only into their acting but also into the deep understanding and respect they had for each other. Olivier and Vivien Leigh, the depth of their love. Vivien Leigh once said about her love for Laurence Olivier, "I would rather have a short life with him than a long one without him. Without him, there is no love." This quote beautifully captures the depth and sincerity of their love. Olivier and Leigh's relationship was not just an emotional connection but one built on mutual respect and a profound bond, significantly impacting both their careers and lives. The legacy of Laurence Olivier. Laurence Olivier was not just an actor, but a legend who elevated acting to a new dimension. His philosophy went beyond seeing acting as just a profession. He regarded it as work, approaching it with seriousness and exploring the depths of human existence. Through his portrayal of Shakespeare's characters, he revealed the darker sides of human nature, and in his performances, he made us confront the anguish and conflicts that we all share. In his life and love, the relationship between Olivier and Vivien Leigh reminds us not only of the art but also of the true meaning of love. Their love was not just an emotion but a journey based on mutual respect and deep understanding, something we will always remember. Laurence Olivier, through his acting, philosophy, and the depth of his love, continues to inspire many to this day, and his legacy will continue to shine for generations to come.